This is part two. My video cut off. Hazel E has a certain confidence when it comes to dancing because of her background, and maybe also Tahiri has a background. I noticed that Willie's wife became a little bit uncomfortable with the way that Hazel was dancing on her husband, but then Hazel E turned around and also had a problem with the way Tahiri was dressed, or the fact that Tahiri took off her um, top or whatever. And she felt some kind of way about that. Hazel may be secure when it comes to dancing, but she appears to have a problem with another woman showing her body parts in front of her man. And I can understand it to a certain extent if Tahiri was there by herself, or if she was presenting herself in a manner where she was flirting with the other cast husbands or boyfriends. But Tahiri wasn't doing that. She was just hot and she wanted to take um, her jacket off. You just have to be careful with that. To me, maybe she should have just gone upstairs, changed into something else, and then maybe that wouldn't have been a big deal. But it's like Hazel is the pot calling the kettle black. You can't take off your clothes in front of my guy, but I can twerk on your guy, and I can pop my bottom on your guy, because that's what I do. I'm in the entertainment business. But you can't take off your jacket in front of my guy. I feel some kind of way. So it's kind of contradictory when you really look at it. And it could have been a little petty, depending on how you look at it. Sorry, Mom. Okay. It could have been a little petty, depending on how you look at it. Depending on how you look at it, it could be deemed as petty. I don't know. I don't know what the young ladies have been through in their past, so I can't really speak to it. And I do know that Hazel E is dating a much younger guy. He's much younger than her, so I know something came up about prenups, and her significant other was very offended that she would even bring something like that up, because he has stated over and over again he's not with her for the money. He's with her because he loves her. And I don't know the guy personally, but I kind of believe him. I kind of believe he got mad love for Hazel. Hazel E not a bad person. She's not. She's a sweetheart. From when I known her back on Love and Hip Hop, she got dogged out real bad by that guy, Bird or Young Berg or whoever he was. That guy, he treated her so bad. So I can understand why she has self-esteem issues. Young Berg, or yeah, I think that was his name. And the young lady, Masika, they had a little love affair behind her back, and she thought Masika was her friend. So now she moved on, and to me, she upgraded. Her guy is handsome, and he appears to be into her. I think where she goes wrong at is she's a little bit too possessive. Yes, we're on Hip Hop Edition together to grow and heal, but you don't own me. I don't have to sit under you all day and all night. If I want to go downstairs and hang with the guys, shoot some pool, whatever, as a grown man, I should be allowed to do that. And as a grown woman, if you wanted to go down and do whatever, you should be able to do that. Yeah, you guys are there to fix your problems, but you're not working on your problems 24 hours, 7 days a week. You got to have a downtime. You got to have a release. You know what I mean? So I think she's a little bit too possessive when it comes to him and allowing him to have his freedom. There was an altercation between him and Willie. And that young guy, he gave it to him. Willie wasn't expecting that. He wasn't. I know you're supposed to defend your wife's honor, and I agree with you, but Willie don't want none of that. He can't do nothing with that young guy. I think that young guy runs circles around him. And anyway, they're not even there for that. They're there to heal, to grow, to become better companions for their significant others. They're not there to fight. So that's the most violent I've ever seen it get on Love and Hip Hop. Hip Hop Marriage Boot Camp edition. Hip Hop, you know what I'm trying to say. I've never seen it go that far. Tahiri, she went too far. So I don't think she should have thrown those oranges at that young man. I don't think she should talk to him the way that she does. If you hit somebody, they have a right to hit you back. I don't condone violence. But if you don't want no one hitting on you, don't hit on them. I didn't like how she tried to play a victim. You're not a victim. You're not the victim at all. You struck first more than once. I think you even pushed them or poured water. You did something that was inappropriate. So what this guy is supposed to let you emasculate him in front of all these other people and on national TV? No. I don't think he should have choked you up. But I think maybe when you did that to him, y'all probably should have gone and talked to Dr. Ish immediately, because you had already said someone's going to get hurt. So you already knew what was next. You stewed in that. I'm talking about Vado. He stewed in her constantly striking out at him and not even listening to him and coming back to talk to him when he asked her to. She even took off the buzzer thing that they had on. She was totally non-compliant. And you want this man to love you, open up to you. He's not going to do that if you're treating him like that. Throwing him, making him feel like he's some kind of little punk. These guys out here not playing that, Tahiri. You got to keep your hands to yourself, sweetie. I love you, Tahiri. Always have. From day one on Love and Hip Hop New York. I always thought you was a beautiful young lady and intelligent, smart young lady. But that move you pulled, that wasn't a good move. That wasn't a good look for you. So I do feel that he should have struck out at you, but I don't feel that you can play a victim, if you know what I'm trying to say. You're not a victim. Don't want to attack you, don't attack them. That's all I can say on that. Corrupt has a drinking problem, and he's trying to work on it. He seems like a real sweet guy when he's sober. I take up my hat off to his young lady, his lady that he's with, because it takes a lot of patience to deal with someone that's inebriated all of the time. What kind of real relationship can you have if they're always like in an out-of-body experience? They're not really there. They're there, but they're not there. So what kind of relationship can you really have with that? How can you really get your needs met with someone who is a substance abuser? Just because alcohol is legal doesn't mean you have to abuse it. And just because marijuana is legal doesn't mean you have to abuse it. Phaedra, I don't know. I think she should be careful with testing this. She got, first of all, a very nice looking guy. I know she used to date Tone Capone for a little while. They went to the Derby together, and that was short lived. And now she's with this Medina guy, handsome guy from, I think, the Have and the Have-Nots. I think she's taking for granted that he won't leave, and that's why she's doing the things that she's doing. But she needs to be careful, because she could end up losing a great guy. So, who else? That's all I really want to talk about. I hope that Shonda and Willie can work through their problems, but that's more of addiction, sex addiction. So yeah, they need to go to couples therapy, but he needs to go to sex addiction treatment too. There's deeper issues in there that need to be addressed.